Welcome to episode 2 of our UK trip. This episode is dedicated to the 6 days we spent in London. We check in the Hyatt Regency Churchill in the early afternoon and spend the later day touring the central part of London. We covered Trafalgar Square, Downing Street, and the Big Ben. We went into the Westminster Abbey right before it closed at 4:30. This is the abbey where royal family has their weddings and many kings and queens were buried. St. James Park is the central park and the busiest park of London. The park is packed with local student groups, travelers, and different animals. May looks like the season for birds to have babies. We spent quite some time playing with the geese and ducks there. In day 2, we arrived at the Buckingham Palace at 11 a.m., anticipating to watch the changing of the guard. Unfortunately, the only thing we saw was tons of tourists like us, no changing of guards at all. I know Queen Elizabeth is walking out to let us take a peek. Walking through the St. James Park again, we used our London Pass to board a London City river cruise. Along the boat ride, we glanced at the London Eye, Towers of London, the Shard, the Tower Bridge, and a couple of other things I don't remember now. The cruise ended at the Borough Market, where I got a traditional British meat pie. It was delicious. Later that night, we checked out the Sky Garden and had a panorama view of the night of the city. The theme of day 3 is high class. The day started with a couple of hours in the British Museum. I was amazed by the variety of collections and the depth of cultures that the museum represents to the world. Half of the museum is filled with grade school tours. It was so lovely when the blonde British girl in traditional school uniform joined on the ground. The highlight of the day was the afternoon tea at Fortnum & Mason. Fortnum & Mason is a company that serves the Queen and the royal family's teas and desserts for hundreds of years. We both had formal attire to attend the afternoon tea. The session started with presentation of delicate silverware, china, and teapots. On the menu, I chose a set of Jubilee tea and savory 3-tiered dessert. Sean chose a set of Earl Grey and sweet 3-tiered dessert. My favorite of all of them was the biscuit and the tea, of course. After the session had finished, we shopped at the Fortnum & Mason downstairs for nice teapots and lots of tea. Day 4 was a very exciting day for me because this is the day for Windsor Castle. I love castles, and I can say that this is my favorite castle in the world. The reason I particularly love this castle is that it is not just a pretty palace like Versailles. It carries histories, it experienced wars, it was capable of fighting. Windsor was the place that Princess Elizabeth grew up in World War II. It experienced bombing and it carries childhood memories of Princess Elizabeth and Margaret. In day 5, we focused on another female figure in British history, Princess Diana. We walked through the Kensington Garden to get to Kensington Palace. The Kensington Garden was very beautiful and it also have a beautiful lake. We spent way too much time there feeding the ducks, geese, and so on. The babies were too cute, but the moms were very fierce. It was a lot of fun and relaxing.
Yeah. It's like a dinosaur. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That's scary. I'll try. Did he bite you?
He bite me, but then
Hey, don't look at me, guys. I got nothing.
No.
You need a fresh piece? Throw some in the water for the babies. Just throw it in there.
Oh my god.
Just throw it in.
Run away. Hey! Yeah. What?
Luna, here, get another piece.
No, hold on. Why he's so angry at me? But I'm feeding her baby.
Because you're feeding them junk food.
So what?
The mom's saying you should have got whole wheat bread so they have fiber.
At the end of the day, we speed through the Tower of London and I was able to see the cells and tools that used to torture the prisoners. Finally, it's getting to the end of our trip, the last day in London. We checked out the Shakespeare Globe and took it easy the rest of the day, just chopping more teas and playing with animals. It was sad to say goodbye to UK. I have always had fantasies with castles and royal families. I'm glad to see the Great Britain through my own eyes and appreciate that Sean had brought joy and love to the trip.